Alright, try not to get you too motion sick, but it's neat to see it from a distance. Back here in the shade a little bit. See how they just cluster over everything as they're trying to figure out what's going on. Alright, put this down here and we'll just leave it. Let you watch them go in. I'll come back in a bit. I use the smoke a little bit to guide them up. In fact, I'm going to use the brush a little bit here. See if you can see it on the camera, I don't know, but in retrospect, or from back here, it's really easy to see. They're just, the whole body as a mass is just gently moving up the ramp. Got bees on the camera, we got bees everywhere here. All right. So I'm kind of all moving that direction gently. Of course, you have to remember there's, a lot of bees that are just sitting still, so everything kind of has to move around them, but as a whole, they just slowly move up. They're also moving on to the front of the hive, but they figure it out and move in through the hole as the other bees start fanning. I'm going to put a few down on the front entrance there again. They can kind of reclimb or go in. Alright. Now, if there is a queen with them, she may or may not like this particular box. So we try to sweeten the offer by putting, some old drawn comb, which they really like the smell of, as well as some honey or some sugar water in this case. Something sweet that she says, wow, this is good. I've got food, I've got drawn comb that I can nest in, start laying my eggs. This is a good place. And that's what we're trying to do. I've had pretty good success with swarms. I've had at least a couple times where they've absconded and left the hive, but for the most part, they go in and stay in. I prefer cutouts out of walls and trees and whatnot because you can always take the brood out and they'll stay no matter what. I've never lost a hive that I cut out. They're 100% committed to their eggs, but where this group is swarmed, there's no commitment except for the queen's whim. So we'll hope she likes the home. This swarm comes from a hive that actually swarmed earlier this week, and I caught it too. It's in a box about 20 feet away from this one, and they've taken to it real well and seem pretty busy. I'm going to give it another few days and I'll check for a queen. The nice thing about this, the guy that gave him to me, he's got lots of bees. He didn't know it, but one of the nice things about catching a swarm like this, even if they don't have a queen, if there's no queen, I can do one of two things. I can either buy a queen and introduce her, or in my case, being broke and all, I'll probably take this box, if it doesn't have a queen, and introduce it into another weaker hive, and basically double their workforce for the spring before this nectar flow hits. And of course, I'm not sure how much of a nectar flow Nevada gets, but we'll find out. I've got a lot of different scents on my gloves and suit from different hives, so just like a dog likes to smell the other dogs on your pants, bees they just like smells. Most of them, not all of them. I've discovered, well, I'm sure everybody has, but I've discovered my breath, they don't like that very much, so you blow on them, it kind of pisses them off. A lot of drones in here. Let's see if I can find one that wasn't completely covered here. Drones, of course, are just, other than mating, they're pretty much useless, but where I'm working towards artificial insemination, they're pretty valuable to me. There's a drone right there. I can grab him here. Elusive. I'll get him when he comes up on the edge here. There he is. That's a drone. See his big old compound eyes. I was going to show you. Let's see if I can get one here where I can grab hold of him. See, his eyes are compound, or not compound, but they kind of come up over the top and join in the middle like a pilot's helmet, or like a I don't know, the eyes are set up to where they can see above and below, and on the sides are kind of round like a helmet. And a regular bee just has two compound eyes, one on each side, and then of course the three simple eyes on top of their head. Now we're getting more and more white space. You can see now they're moving right along. I'm going to lift the camera here so you can see on top. You can see them, they're working their way up. Very generalized, very general move in that direction. That's what I'm kind of looking for, is to see the mass as a whole go. There's some that sit, but you find that a lot of them are just slow. There's a nice group right there that's just moving up. More and more board showing, so slowly get moved in. I'm going to do some more brushing here. Of course, the brush isn't real popular, but with them, which makes perfect sense. I wouldn't be very happy if a bunch of sticks moved in and pushed me out of the way. Nice thing about a swarm, though, again, is they're generally so mellow from the activity that they're doing. Come on, bee. I don't know if it's the queen's pheromones that makes it that way or what, but they're generally so mellow that they can be handled really easily. So that's very much what this group is. Wonderful little creatures. Oh yeah, now I've got a large mass movement going now. Let me see if I can get the camera up here. Getting a really generalized move now. I'm really heading in right there next to the bottle. Boy, they're really moving. And they're moving in, not just up, so. That's good.